नारायण परिपूर्ण गुणार्णवाय विश्वोदय स्थितितोलय नियति प्रताय ज्ञान प्रताय विबुधा सूर सौख्य दुःख सत्कारणाय विदताय नमो नमस्ते। यो विप्रलिम्ब विपरीतमति प्रबोधान् वादान् निरस्य कृतवान् भुविदत्ववादम् सर्वेश्वरो हरिरीति प्रतिपातकं तम् आनन्दतीर्थमुनिवर्यं नमामि। पूज्याय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मरताय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनुवे। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। मांडुक्य उपनिषद शांति पाठः। ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवांसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति न क्षार्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Welcome friends. Last week, we have just seen, we are going through the very important mantra of 7, which is the only mantra in the second kanda of Mandukya Upanishad, which is a very, very important mantra as we have seen. It is taking us to the last stage of Turiya. See, we have seen, because the Jagratastana, Swapnasthana and Sushuptasthana, that is waking, dreaming, deep sleep, and finally we have come to this Turiya stage, and this is supposed to be the ultimate state we are all aiming to go for. That is supposed to be the goal for the entire life, because everyone who is in this universe, based on the Sanatana Dharma concept and Upanishad concept, what they are trying to achieve is the Turiya stage. Turiya stage is the one where you get to know the highest possible knowledge. In this human life, it is possible for anyone. Be it rishis, every rishi is working for that, and every aspirant, every seeker is working for that. What is that Turiya that we have been going through and discussing, with the various explanations what has been given and all. But we could understand all the three stages, which is there in everyday experience we are undergoing, because it is easy for us to comprehend. And it is easy for us to available, when we say something and when we relate an experience, we are able to relate ourselves. But the Turiya stage is the only one which we are trying to find out how best, we can in this world, in this life, in this way, we are leading the life, how we will be able to make an attempt and how we can go to that. In this only we were trying to sincerely seek what is possible for us. We cannot be doing all other things, what people are telling, so many other things are there, but still it is possible. That is what the Upanishad says. Upanishad says nothing is not possible at all. It is within your grasp. You can still have it. So that is what we are trying to find. Let us not miss an opportunity in this life, because as we have seen in Kenopanishadam, so because unless we get this opportunity to take it in this life, Ihacheti vitita, because that is, if we could get that, we will be getting it. Atmana vindyate viryam vidyaya vindate amurtam. That is the highest level. We can Atmana when it gets the highest sort of bliss, as well as, vidyaya, because the knowledge that has come about, which has enabled us to get this one, that goes to the pinnacle of its purpose. This life is fulfilled. And we should not miss this. Ihacheta vidita. We could not take it. If ihacheta vidita, if we could not take this knowledge in this life, mahati vinashti. It is a catastrophe, because it is by chance, per chance, we have got this manushya janma. It is not, sure, because what is the janma if at all? After all, the soul is permanent. It has to take variety of ways. It has to. Whether it will get the manifestation of the same body and the same mind and intellect, we don't know. That is why we want to take that. And even otherwise, whether we are going to get it and whatever we are making an attempt, we will become a better version of ourselves, not on a day-to-day basis, even in the next life. If at all it is there, we will be much better version of ourselves. We will be human being with a much better sort of attitude, eloquence, and intelligence and approach. So likewise, we may have some ways, because Buddha is supposed to have taken 17 births to attain nirvana. There's a place in Dambola in Sri Lanka. We went there, because it is a place, Dambola, all of us must be knowing, those who are sort of familiar with the cricket. It is one of the venues where the test matches are held. So in Dambola, if you go, there is a Buddha temple. You have to climb up and see, there are a lot of small caves are there, and a lot of Buddhist monks have sort of done meditation, and they have been there for years. And in that, if you go there, they have put lot of the Buddha's life in terms of pictures. It has taken 17 lives to evolve. That is what they have an idea, and that is what they have been taught. At least that's what they believe. They believe 17 births it has taken. Even for Buddha, if it has to take 17 births, such a great thing for us, it may be maybe few hundreds or few thousands, as maybe. That's what Shankaracharya said. The mumuktvam durlabam manushyatvam, and manushyattvam durlabam mumukshatvam. So to get the highest pinnacle of purpose and the knowledge is still difficult. That's what we are trying to attempt. So when we are trying to find, we have found, because we have been told, because how we can go to the Turiya with the body, mind and intellect, we can go about it. But then what is that we can do about it? Because in all the Jagratasthana and the Swapnasthana, when we said, the mantra number 7 said, Nanta Prajnaha. It is not internal, na anta prajnaha. That is, it is not the latent impressions of the mind. Na bahi prajnaha. It is not the external world which we are dealing with it. The external world we are dealing with, we have seen in very many detail. And one or two things I will try to bring about now, so that we can keep it in our mind as an awareness. In the Jagratasthana, when we are working on, we are more concerned about other persons, other objects, and other things which we are seeking to work upon, desire upon, or try to modify upon. We are not concerned about ourselves. Because whenever you are talking, because what happens, you always have a desire and expectation. How it happens? It is concerning others. How, other person, because be it your children or wife or other family members or the person whom you are interacting, in a day-to-day basis you are interacting. And you try to find by your interaction what is the consequence of the outcome from that relationship. As of now, you are not concerned about anything about yourself. And you just see the comfort, because you get up morning, brush, have your coffee, breakfast or lunch, dinner as it is available. You work for that, because that is your, and that is subconscious, because you have been doing it day on and day off, routinely, you will be doing it. But otherwise, whatever you are doing is, you are just trying to get the result of the consequence of your dealing with others. That is where, finally we get into the engaged worldly activities, and we are totally involved in that. We are not able to come out of that. And when you are doing that, how it, you are expecting the consequences, because you have got the me and mine. And the me and mine is the one, because anything is concerning you, because expectation or what is happening is either to you or your immediate family or your immediate organization or immediate your social circle, whatever is that is the expectations you are trying to do that. This is something, unless you do it on a day-to-day basis, we are living, we are not aware of it, because it as a subconscious, you are on autopilot mode. It takes you every day, whatever you are doing. Once you take a new job, first few days, you will try to work, try to find what is that, how to deal with others, what are all the other departments, what is the importance of your department, how you will have to deal. Once you get used to it, you are on autopilot. Because you know that, yes, this is what is happening. You will be very familiar. Once it is there, you will be able to guide others. When it happens, we are not able to look upon ourselves, and because the clarity doesn't come, continuously you get into the stream of agitations. Agitation in the sense, your mind is constantly working on something or thinking on something. The constant stream of agitation as it comes through, that is what everyday is life. And when the agitation is there, you are working on that, you are a little disturbed, or you may not be disturbed, but you are trying to find out a way to get out of that. Once you get out of the agitation, you get a happiness. So happiness is again a feeling. Happiness in the sense, you get satisfied. Look, I could solve this, I could get this, I could, deal with this, and that is what you are getting it under. That is the internal feeling which we can't explain. Happiness, if you have to make, I had a good cup of coffee and I had happy, that is momentary, transient. But after that effect goes off, then, you have got something else. The happiness is not going to linger long. But in the Turiya stage, what they are telling is, once you are leaving, because whatever is happening in the world, once you are looking for happiness after happiness for every agitation followed by happiness or satisfaction, whatever you call, or how to, because you get, some sort of a fulfillment. Yes, I could solve this and all. This is what is life every day and all. If you are continuously going on clicking, you will not be able to, this agitation only will grow. More you deal with this, because more you will have to deal with the persons, the consequences, this will all know. So in this process only, this said, na anta prajnaha, na bahi prajnaha, no bhayata prajnaha. Bhayata prajnaha, in between also the state will go. Neither, you will be into the waking mode, nor into the deep sleep mode. In between also, sometimes, you may feel lethargic, your mind will not be working. You may say sometimes, my mind is blank. It's not working, I'm not going to touch it today. I'm not going to do that. If some important work is there, you will keep it off. That is Bhayata Prajna, because you will not be able to do. And then, what it will give? It will give a desire. If I am continuously able to work, I will be able to do that. So when we do that, now we said, na prajnanaganam, na prajnam, na apragyam, we have seen everything in them. We also see how, because Advaitam, we see Shivam Advaitam, last week we saw that. How, what a situation which appears to be so apparently to us is something different. We narrated the experience of, the Sammanaksha and other things. How the clarity doesn't come. When you have to deal with something very important and complex, that the clarity doesn't come. In complexity, how to get the clarity, that is what, the Turiya is saying. That is, more you try to think of yourself, more you try to get into the internal one and all, slowly, you will be able to give up, because that is by a process. Every day we will be a new version of ourselves, because slowly you will be able to get out of that me and mine. I will just give one example, how Mahatma Gandhi, because we know he is called Mahatma Gandhi, and so many people say Rabindranath Tagore called him Mahatma and all. But if you see the life history of Mahatma Gandhi, he was called by one Dhananjay Mehta. He was a doctor. He was in London, and when Gandhiji went, for his higher studies and for his further practice and all, he could identify Mahatma Gandhi over a period of time, and he also helped him when he was in South Africa and all. He wrote a letter to Gopalakrishna Gokhale, because he was in touch with him at the time. This gentleman, Mr. Gandhi, I find him every time I see there is a great change in him, because he is getting so selfless. Every time I see him, he is becoming selfless. And to the extent, because he is trying to become something like an ascetic. And it is not ascetic in the conventional term, what we are using. He is beyond that. He is something like Mahatma. That is how we called him. That is even before he came to India and, took up the entire challenge and all. So that is how he was evolving. So that means, he was totally giving up, because what he was working for some common purpose, common good, and, he was totally involved in that. He was not bothered about and all things, because he couldn't have any time or even attitude to think about himself. That is what, the mine and me, we talked about. But in that, when we are trying, it's not that absolutely to get mine and me, because to live, it is not, totally, if you leave your ego, nothing to fall upon. Because ego gives you some sort of a standing for you to deal with the things and all. But it should be taken only as an identity. Because in the family, you will be a father or you will be a son, that is the identity. That's all. Afterwards, you will have to deal everyone with a different, sort of a contextual, because everyone is a enlivening power by themselves. See, you should not keep on expecting, as a son, father, mother, or wife and all. Each of them, they have got their own evolution to be happening. They have also, they are all, you will have to give that understanding. You will have to have that understanding. You will have to give that sort of treat them as a separate respect. And, because your expectation should be limited as if you would be expecting from any other human being. So you will not have undue expectations either from their side, nor you will create a situation there is an undue expectation from you to them. This is what they are slowly telling. So when you have to give up ego and all, okay, I will try to give up ego and we're doing, there will be a lot of ego traps. You will not be allowed to give up your ego. So we will have to understand, as such, it is not that, it's not something, something to be worried about, because it happens every day and all. Once we have learned, this Turiya stage, we have gone through, every day we are evolving into a new person. We are also looking into, how to, the desire goes off in a natural way. We are not taking any deliberate effort to remove the desire, because we don't have, once you have sort of, the entire, your everything is satisfied. Your Apta Samana and Adi Samana, both are there. Once you don't have anything, to be satisfied, you are fully satisfied. Contentment, when it is there, no question of desire, it doesn't come. Slowly it goes off. But what will happen is, once you try to evolve yourself, there will be the trap of spiritual bypassing will be there. See, look, we have learned this. I think we don't, you will have to live in this world. You will have to go through every act of it. So there is no bypassing. You will have to face every situation. So they should not give an anything, because every experience, you will have to take is in its own potential, and you should not get vulnerable to emotions as well as to your own thoughts, agitations. As long as you don't get vulnerable to your emotions, you will not get into the trap of spiritual bypassing. Otherwise, you will think, you are doing Upanishad, you are learning it and all. Others, because you will get, some sort of a superiority complex also will come. See, I have been doing this, I have been reading all these scriptures, I have been listening to that, but others are watching TV or going through the WhatsApp, something like that, that superiority complex should not come, because these are all the ego traps that will happen. Why, we call it ego traps? Ego always seeks to divide and steal your personality, your being. Whereas spirit or soul seeks to unify and heal. See, once you have work upon ego, and once you boost up your ego, and once you sorry, there was a disturbance in the internet.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, now you are able to hear.
Yeah. So the trap of superiority, all those things will come. Because see, we are a complex being. As a human being, we are a very complex being. We do have quite a bit of, sort of not only our thought process, our attitude, everything comes, because as we have seen last week, we are a bundle of complexities, our own idiosyncrasies, everything comes out slowly. We are all trying to remove that to get into the final stage, so that we can be sort of a receptive to the ways of the world without getting ourselves affected. That is what the Turiya is. The world will go in its own way, but we will not get affected. In that process, all these the ego traps will come. So you may feel sometimes, we are little superior. We will try to be judgmental. He is always doing. It doesn't mean the other person, when he is reading a novel, doesn't mean he is not in a spiritual path. he may be having a lot of spiritual thoughts and other things, but the way he is manifesting himself is, because that is the way, he is able to do it. The great writers, all writers who are getting the Booker or other things, if you see, they are all having a spiritual aptitude only, spiritual approach only. But they are not doing it, because they are able to bring the focus. Because when they are writing a novel or when they are writing something about it, they give all emotional ideas and all the emotional input and agitation as the solution, everything, without themselves getting affected. They are able to see as a third party observer. They are able to do that. That is also spiritual. So we cannot get into that, because we should not be judgmental, in this process. The ego trap. These are all the traps, normally prevent you from your getting out of your ego. That is why we are calling it as a ego trap. And to sort of repeat once again, that ego seeks to divide and steal, and spirit seeks to unify and heal as a being, so that you are able to give. Because the less the ego you have, the better the soul, it will be able to perform, interact, and will have more contentment in this world. And we have got other, spiritually, sometimes we will think, others are not getting into the right way. You are trying to sort of, the work upon them. So let us help them, let them also wake up, to the spiritual way and all. Don't try that and all. Because it's not our job. Our job is to, the Upanishad says, look upon yourself and change yourself. And because once, what happens, once you have that, your own development will come down. Because by your own sheer example, your own sheer attitude, others will be able to get that. And like trying to help others or to change the world is not required to be changed by others. And we don't have to do anything and all. And sometimes we should not feel self-victimized also. Look, I am trying to be, so positive, but others are not positive. Others will not be positive in this world. We will have to deal with it, because these are all the obstructions that will come in the Turiya. That's why they are trying to ward off. And sometimes we may have a feeling that we are like we want to save the world. That is playing a little hide and seek.
Hide and seek, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Otherwise, I will just switch over to my iPad. See, like this ego traps, what we are talking about, this we have to be little careful about. That is what they say. See, basically, why all these things, why me and mine, all us have to be taken out. And we see, when we are dealing with everyone, including in our family members, see, you may be dealing, because it's my son. That's why, I deal with him. I can tell these things. Don't expect. His son is maybe your son. You got to deal with him. But then you just take him as another being who have come into this world, and he has also to develop himself. And as well, you also have to interact with him as he would desire. See, because we are not what we think. We are not what others think also. It may be a little confusing, because this is what, what people do, ask us to say. We are what we think others think of us. Every time, when we deal with someone, we have a feeling this is how, he is thinking, or, because whoever is, if your wife also, son also, or someone else also, your idea of what they think of you, based on that you are dealing with them. But exactly it is not you. Neither what you, because it's not exactly what they think of you also, it is not that. Your idea of how others perceive you, based on that you are interacting with it. So therefore, you will have to keep a open to that. That's why it's a complex. When you find the solution comes every day when we are working on that. So in that only, because now the one of the great Nobel Prize that has been awarded this year, there is one George Parisi. He is a physicist from Italy. He has been awarded for the discovery of sort of the very complex systems which can be defining the complex systems from everything, any walk of life, including the space. That's what he has been given. If you see our Upanishad, they have all gone beyond that. They have defined every complex system what is available, because our own thoughts, how it works, why this Turiya, it has to be there and all. So when we have discussed, they have taken every aspect of a human thought, human attitude, how they will behave. After that evaluation only, when they say when you want to get to the highest bliss, the me and mine always comes in the way of getting that bliss. That's why they want us to give it up and all. Why me and mine it comes in the way? Because you are capable of getting into the potential. So when you are getting into the highest level of thought, what happens is, because the thoughts slowly get eliminated, the thought once it get up only, the mind is totally holding on to only one thought, that is the thought itself. Thinking thought itself is something, which is very difficult. What they are telling is, when you are doing a meditation, you don't consider anything of your past. You are, by thinking about the past, you are not going to go anywhere. There is no past. The present also, you feel you do not have anything to do. Well, you are doing everything and all. When you are doing a meditation or what you are doing, you have got nothing to do. And the future also nothing. You are not going to bother about it, because what is future is something, which is not in our hands, nor I am going to be bothered. Future is something I am not going to be anyone. Once you have all these things, you have a very clarity of mind. But it's very difficult to have it, because that is why, when you are doing the meditation by practice and all, always, the thought comes to us, and, one thought comes, it immediately comes to the desire and all sorts of a thing it comes. So this is the process they are telling, slowly we come into. So for the theoretical side also, from theistic side also, from the sort of, the everyday, because what we are doing, our pujas and other things also, there is one aspect they are telling, when you are doing everything, you always consider, when you are doing a meditation and all, you are reaching the highest point of your thought, that is about 12 inch about your head. Ashtadishta Dasankulam, what they say, as this Turiya, in the Purusha Suktam, what they say, when you are doing in the meditation and all, the energy goes through all your chakras. Finally, it reaches the Sahasrara chakra, which is 12 inch above your head. That is the aura point. To reach that, because how do you know that you have reached there and all? When you are reaching that stage, you will be having a phenomenal bliss, in the sense you do not have any agitation whatsoever, and you do not worry about anything and all, and you be as, because you are in this world, you are taking as things come by. You don't unnecessarily be worried, because just, you are expecting something to come, or you are waiting in the airport, the vehicle has not come, you are not going, see, immediately you will not get agitated and all. So what happens is, in the problem of life is, everything is out of desperation. There is no inspiration. Inspiration comes once you have the contentment, and once you have, because I am only going by what is available. And you are not going to expect anything which is not going to, which may be available also. If it is available, well and good. If it is not going to be available, you are not going to be bothered about it. That approach when we are taking, we will not have any agitation. Every day, if the agitation takes place, desperation, no, by 8 o'clock I have to get it. No, if I don't get the milk today, what happens? I will have to go and get it, because tomorrow also if the milk doesn't come, don't get into, because those type of things will come about. But in a given situation, you may not be agitated. Others around you may be agitated. how do you to deal with it, but then you will have to keep your stance as it is. Naturally, because with that you will be able to get the clarity of the mind. Without clarity of the mind, you will not be able to solve the issue. Because solving the issue is a sort of a matter of fact, you will be doing it once you have, this type of attitude. So that's why, when we are doing, the empirical life in samsara, the whole agitation that is taking place, how, we are trying to get to the seeker, we are getting the entire benefit of it. And we always in the Paramatman, who will be helping it. Paramatma is the one who is the one ultimately giving us the grace and giving us all the knowledge and all. So this is one of, because what they are given the Nobel Prize also for defining all these complex system, how he is able to bring everything into a definition so that you can at least work upon what is the status of it, how will you be able to do. So what happens is, in a chaotic situation, when we are working on that, when we are constantly engaged in the agitated, it keeps a trajectory of its own. So every time when you get agitated or anything like that, the trajectory has got a pattern. The pattern remains as it is. You will not be able to work on that. That is why the constant practice of meditation and all this, the working upon all those things it comes. And by doing that, what are you going to take? See, if the Turiya stage and all, what is that? Okay, I do that. What is that it's going to happen? The verse says, because in that, because the Karika, which is Brahmadrishta, it says, Nivurte sarva dukkhanam ishanaha prabhu avyaha. Nivurte sarva dukkhanam. Dukkha in the sense it is not always suffering. Suffering is a choice. Pain and problems, are imminent. It will come. Problems will come. Pain will come. But whether you want to be suffering on that, the suffering is your choice. That is why Nivurte sarva dukkhanam. Once you get into the highest stage, once you have got the clarity of thought, once you evolve yourself every day, so that you are able to be a better person. The better person is, as the doctor described as Mahatma Gandhi, slowly you become selfless, and me and mine goes off, and your contentment comes, so that expectations go down. More the expectations, more the agitations, less the expectations, more the contentment, and the life is blissful. This is what we are trying to achieve. Nivurte sarva dukkhanam ishana prabhuve avyaha. Ishanaha, in the sense, Isha is ones who have evolved themselves, who are already reached the Turiya stage. Isha, Anaha, who is the one who is giving them all the grace, who is giving the mukti, is Paramatma. Ishanaha, Nivurte sarva dukkhanam Ishanaha prabhuhu. He is the Prabhu. We have seen already the meaning of Prabhu already. He is the Pravibhu. He is beyond everything and he has got all the power to give you the grace and the bliss as well as take you out of this. In fact, last week when we discussed, when constantly working on this Jagrata Sthana and the Swapna Sthana and Shushupta Sthana, when constantly we are working on as a seeker, in most of your catastrophes will be warded off by coming as a dream. It may not happen actually. In the dream, you may get agitated. You may feel it is a real life incident. Something might happen. But then, your prarabdha karma will be exhausted with that. That is what they say. It will happen and all. The Jagrata Sthana, once you get, because totally you get that, you become, once you almost become the Adi Samanvaya and Apta Samanvaya, you almost become like one who can give all these qualities to others. You can give grace to others. Like Shirdi Sai Baba, because Raghavendra Swami and others. You get that quality. You get that all those godly qualities. Even Ganesha, because Vigneshwara is supposed to have got his Pranavatva by working on this, the meditation. It's called Vaishvanara Vidya. Because Jagrata Sthana, because the yoga they call it Vaishvanara Yoga. Vaishvanara Yoga is finally you get the Adi Samanvaya and Apti Samanvaya, one fully contentment there. Then you get into the closer to that he got the Pranavatva by doing that. The Pranava is nothing but Om. And the Om, once you recite that, why when you concentrate only on your inhaling and exhaling and recite the Om, it gives you the Laya center. And the Laya center, once you hold on, slowly I think, this type of, the desirelessness comes. Desireless, will not be fully, Desire is whatever is to be done immediately. That is what you will be doing. You don't have any particular desire to long after, go after. That is not there. But you will have to meet your regular, you have to take your food, you will have to travel somewhere and you will have to do that. You will have to wear the clothes. You will be doing it, but you will be doing as a matter of fact, as a matter of routine. You are not going to give some specific importance to that. So that is what they say repeatedly when you do that. And this, when you are doing in the dream state also, Swapnasthana also, when you do it, it gives you a higher variety of knowledge, because you don't have anything concerning your body in the dream. You only in the latent impressions of the mind. Once you do that, you think of higher things. All these Nobel laureates, what they are got that, most of them got it in their dreams. What is that they should be working on and all. See, this may not be any meaning to them, to their family or the immediate friends and other things, because they are having committed to that. They have got some longing, to find out the new things, the research craft. Why we have come to the Upanishad? We are trying to find, what is this life, how the mind and body intellect works, how it can be better utilized, to get to the highest possible knowledge in this world. So that, because not only we are going to live like a seeker, and we will be creating so many seekers around us. So that is the greatest contribution we can make. So that is exactly, they are thinking, Nivurte sarva dukkhanam ishanaha prabhu avyayaha advaita sarva bhavanam. Because understanding the situation in agitation, when you are in desperation, you will not be able to understand the situation or the object itself. Even if you see some equipment with yourself,
So, audio is not there, sir. Audio and video are not there.
He may have got disconnected, I think.
Audio is not there.
He may have
Ah.
disconnected. Yeah, come back. Yes, come back.
He's trying the alternate.
Yeah, I know.
so now I have gone to my traditional,
iPad.
Okay.
Now you are able to hear,
Yes.
Yeah, I think there is sound. Yeah. And now I will be able to, I think, work with this. Devastutaryo vibhuhu smritaha. See, when you are having, because the all-pervading Turiya, once it is there, it will be the goal of all the thinkers and all, because you are always in an inspirational mode. You are not in a desperation. In the life is, when you are in the normal life, we are all desperation to a variety of extent of desperation may be different. When you are looking for, you may not be too desperate, but we are desperate. When we are looking for some of our desires to be fulfilled or something to be done, we are not having inspiration. Inspiration is there, once you have the inspiration, you will have contentment. Once you don't have an inspiration, you get into the agitation. To reduce the agitation, that is to reduce the desperation and increasing the inspiration, to live, with the most contented life in this world. For that only, because we are getting into this Turiya, which is the Surya is going to help us. All the sorrows cease, in the sense, you've got nothing to worry about, because the problems will come, but you have got a choice not to be worried. So why should you be worried? Because worrying is a choice. Let me tell you, it's not that I have. No one forces you. You have to be worried, because now we have got some compulsion. We feel if something happens, we have to be worried. Why you have to be worried? Because by worrying, you will not be able to solve anything. Will you be able to bring the life back? Or will you be able to solve the problems that is happening to you somewhere, it is going to be there. All that you can do is, you can try to, because if you have a clarity of thought, you can try to give him solace. You can try to advise him. You can try to sort of, they show him way how best it is possible. If you are also agitated, an agitated person can't guide another one. One blind man cannot guide another person. You have to be, because in totally stand with a clarity, then you can be of some help to other person. Otherwise, you will make whatever little initiative you can take also will go off. And if someone is worried and you are also worried, by adding that, you are not able to. But you will have to see how, you can help. Because again, what happens is, why we are worried when someone is, let us say, suffering from pain, then immediately we put ourselves in his place. If it happens to me, if something is happening to someone, immediately it comes to me, then, you are worried, because we would be saying he is also feeling. It's good that, you have to be kind, you should empathize and all. But at the same time, with the clarity, you will be able to guide him, give ways. Instead of accentuating his pains by, adding, your own worry to him. I also am very worried how it happened to you. It should not have happened to you. It has happened. You can't prevent the happening. What are you going to do that? When it has happened, you have to give him a way out, and what is the best for him? God will give him. But you give him all enabling factors to him. And when it happens also, you also should not be worried. That is what Upanishad says. Choice is not to be worried. Assuming, you have an ailment or something like that, you go to the doctor. Or if you have got a financial issues, try to think over, have a, because if you are capable of solving yourself, you try to do that. If not, have a financial consultant and do that, or approach your bankers. Try to find a way out. If you have got a taxation issue, you deal with it, because after all, in case if you want to have a meditation, the best meditation available nowadays is go to income tax website. You will start meditating yourself. And it takes you to all sorts of things, and everyone, because I think, I don't know, willy-nilly, I think they want the entire country to be in the meditative mood. If you sit with them, even for hours, you will not be able to come out. It doesn't give you a solution. So the income tax website is like that. In fact, it happened to me also. I have to sit that, I being, wherewithal, I wanted to do and deal with it. I gave up my lunch also. I took my lunch only by 4 or 5 o'clock. I just thought I will deal with the website somehow, by hook or crook. I got through. I took every possible avenues and do it. So likewise, because these are all some way you have to enjoy that, because you have to take it. You can't go on cribbing, why the government, they are not looking into this. Maybe they want you to be meditative mood. They want you to get, they want you to become a seeker. You want to be in a higher realm. So that's why they have said, because that is, I also tell my friends, if you don't have anything, get bored, go to the income tax website. Even 1 week will go off, you will not be able to find a solution after that. But now, of course, everyone is trying, the last date has been announced. I understand every day they are doing and all. The problem is, once you do something not, with possibly this income tax website would have been done with a more care and clarity, because everyone has worked with a desperation. They have been told, you have to do that. Instead of, they go on doing a patch-up work. And subsequently, when they did it, suddenly, without their knowledge, the date has been extended. The income tax website doesn't know the date has been extended. When someone went there, he said, you are already delayed, it starts putting up penalty and all other things. The fellows were getting agitated, because there is no clarity. And even if you take a month, sit together and work for that, have a trial, have it satisfied, and then you float it. But in the desperation, when you float, this is what happens. But with the inspiration, you just take the same example. I can give it to you in our railway reservation system. Wherever you do, and it has been last few years, it is on. You can book anywhere, in any South Central Railway or Southern Railway. It takes you clearly. It was developed with a basic system. It was developed initially by Computer Maintenance Corporation, a Government of India undertaking, PSP. It was written in a simple language called Fortran, which most of the people may not be knowing now. It's only the engineering graduates in those days used to do, and of course, for calculation they used to do. It was done in simple language. Any amendment they are able to do immediately. It is working better than the airline reservation system. But even airline reservation system, you've got glitches. But so many trains running across the country, the railway reservation system is an example how beautifully it went. They took their own time. They developed it. They decentralized it. If anything happens, they correct it in the respective decentralized place. Not that they want to put everything in one shot and get it done. The same thing in income tax. It happened the other way around. So no one could give anything. Everyone worked for a desperation, and possibly they have been given a guideline, but not the authority. All those things happened. Likewise, Advaita Sarva Bhavanam Devas Turiyo Vibhuhu Spritaha. Once you get it, you must almost get into the godliness. You are as close to the God, and you do have the powers as much as that, so that you can give grace to others. They can also come out and they could become the highest level of possibility in this world. This Turiya has been explained, because what is the purpose of getting it Turiya? We are having few more, verses, and we will go to the next verse, because with that, because we will see the rest of the verses next week. Next verse says, Karya Karano Badhav. See, cause and effect. We every time, because there is a cause and effect. We are all, working about the effects, but not looking into the causes. The causes you will not be able to look into unless you are inspired. When you are in desperation, you will only be seeing the effect, why it happens, why that happens, why Corona has come, why COVID has come, why, we have not climate change, why people are, see all these whys, you can go on asking. But the immediate thing is you will have to deal with it. In fact, this year, one of the grouses, if the Nobel Prize has not been awarded to those people who have given the mechanism to develop the vaccines. There is a mRNA, there is a method, process by which the vaccines are developed. They are the one, who have done a pioneering job in the least possible time, so that you could get a vaccine and most of the people could be vaccinated, and a lot of, we are able to control, the entire pandemic. They have not been given, but, as the history of Nobel Prize goes, they will get, maybe after 5-10 years, when they are too old, when everyone has forgotten about these vaccines, they will be given. Because that is how, they are going. I think they have got a tradition, they are maintaining it. So likewise, we are worried about the effect of it, why it has not been given, why it has not been happening, why it doesn't have any answer anywhere at all, and how has got an answer, how to deal with it has got an answer. Every time when something happens, Karya Karana Bhattav, Tav Vishyeti Visva Tejaso, because in the latent impressions when it comes, in the dream also you can get solutions. But if you are positively, because focusing on, I think, your latent impressions, in the dream it will give you a solution. Sometimes you would be wondering, because what to do, and there is no, you may not find any way out. Suddenly, when you will get something, good in your dream, next morning when you get up, you will have, why can't I try this? In fact, it may work also. So that is the beauty of the entire, this entire Turiya, and as well as seeking, when you are having a clarity and the inspiration comes, you don't have anything, you don't get into any ego traps. Ego traps always prevents you from getting into the inspirational mode. It makes you desperate. Because, when you go to a place, you can think, because I know this place, I know. But when we go there, things might have changed. What you've known may be outdated. The things are, every day in, especially this computer field and all, everyday development is too different. Yeah, if I have done something 2 years before, now I am outdated, unless I update myself. So many new things are coming. So therefore, we should not get in. Ego trap is also like that. Once I am doing that, the ego feels, it is at the same stage. But whereas the whole world is changing, people are evolving. But I am not evolving. If I am not evolving, I will not be able to interact. When there is a clash of my own thinking of what I am
And my more thinking of what I'm capable of in the current, that is the grace, because what God thinks, what I should do, and what I think because of ego I should do. If there is a clash, then that is the worry, that is the problem. We are just working on that. To take away that only, Karya Karana Baddhav, Ta Vishyati Visva Tejasu, Pragyaha Karana Baddhavstu, Toto Turiyena Siddhatyata. See, because this is what we will see this sloka in complete next week. It's basically cause and effect, will be the whole way of the world. Beyond cause and effect, that is where the Turiya stage. Because you don't have any cause, when you don't have any sort of anything to long for, and you are going to live with whatever you are given, there is no cause. And since you don't have any cause, there is no effect. You are not going to be bothered any effect. It is just that, you are going about it as the way it comes. You are not going to long for something, which is you have not seen so far and all. It is going to take it that way and all. So because here only, when we see, because a lot of the Mahans, they have got a lot of experiences, mystical experiences, in their life also. When the mystical experiences happens, something impossible, because Siddha Purusha we say, who are all the Siddha Purusha? They almost get, they are able to, like Shruti, this Sai Baba, he was able to materialize a lot of things. Not Shruti Sai Baba, the other Sai Baba who passed away. He was able to make, because he had the Shagaja Sakti. All of us have got, he was able to materialize that. But it is able to show only that you have got the power, not that, he is capable of doing it. And he only said, because when the Sai Baba was contacted, how come, why are you doing this magic, only to attract people? No. He wanted to say, all of us have got that power. I was able to get the right switch to activate this power. I just want to bring it to the others' notice. You can also reach that stage by constantly working upon yourself, by constantly working upon your entire the attitude as well as your approach to this. You can work upon that, and we will be able to get that. That's what he said. So with this, I will try to conclude, with this disjointed session. We have got so many internet, the disruptions. I will try to sort of close it here for the time being. And next week, 15th is a Vijayadashami. I think, with all of us, we will be busy with our various, our own pujas and other activities. We will try to take off next week. We will again meet on 22nd. And if you are okay, I think we can have a session of the meditation. Otherwise, if you think you are otherwise engaged, then we can take it off. I give the choice to you. What you would like to have a small meditation, or we can have it later as well. I think presumably we can have it later. The others are also there.
Yes.
Are you planning to start on Vijayadashmi?
Yeah, Vijayadashmi I was planning, but I was wondering, because I wanted to get some
Puja
feedback.
ellarkum. Ama.
There was no
13th,
feedback, and maybe I think
13th.
No, what I'm doing, I'll tell you. Is it okay? You kindly tell me. 24th, you have put the video, no? I'm following that. I'm doing that.
Okay.
Is that all right to do? Because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said that's at a
Absolutely.
different frequency. You said.
Yeah. That you do that. You do that. We
24
will take the further frequencies. You
Okay.
can fourth video,
Ah.
and we follow immediately following the Vijayadashmi, and
Okay.
we will make a plan. And
Okay.
how because others are also available, we can make a plan.
Fair
Maybe
enough.
we will have a sort of online daily, depending upon convenient time.
Okay.
So that it should be convenient to everyone, but it
Ama.
should not be late also. We will try to
Ama.
find the appropriate time. We will
Yeah.
do it. This time you can follow the 24th video as it is.
Yes, I will do that. Yeah.
That I think we will try to conclude today's sessions.
Yeah.
Very disjointed sessions. I think internet has not cooperated with us.
Yeah, a little difficult. It will be difficult for you.
You have to inspire them. You have to inspire internet, I said.
Absolutely. I wish you all a very, very happy Vijayadashmi.
Happy Vijayadashmi to
Okay,
all.
okay. Thank you.
Vijayadashmi. We'll plan a continuous session on meditation.
Okay.
Sagana Vavatu.
Sahana Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahe. Tejasve Namvadidamastu Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
21st onwards, you got another program, no?
Yare?
You Omkarananda, you were to
At
do.
the 15th land. 15th land.
Yes, oh, good. That is
15th
Vijayadashmi. Sir.
Vijayadashmi it starts regular daily 1 hour, which we can do later also. But I think otherwise you will get into arrears, so you got to be on a daily basis.
Okay, good.
Daily 1 hour.
Okay. All the best. Wish you all a
Thank
very,
you
very
very much. Have wonderful
All the best.
Dasera Navratri days. Bye bye. Bye all of you. Bye. Bye.
Happy Navratri.
Happy Navratri. Bye bye.
Happy Dasara.
Happy Dasara.
Happy Dasara.
Bye. Bye.
Krishna, very, very
Bye.
happy Navratri and Vijayadashmi.
Ama. Bye bye. Bye. Bye all of you.